All right, today we're diving into a skill that is so often overlooked, but honestly, it's the most critical part of pretty much any conversation you'll ever have. Think of it as a silent superpower, one that can literally transform your relationships, your career, everything. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're just talking to a wall? I mean, you're trying to explain something really important, maybe pouring your heart out, and the person you're talking to just gives you nothing. That blank stare. It's that super frustrating feeling that your words are just bouncing right off of them, right? Well, that is the exact problem we are tackling today. And this quote, man, it just gets to the absolute heart of the matter. Here's the crazy irony, right? Every single one of us wants to be understood. It's a fundamental human need. But so few of us are actually willing to do the one thing that makes it possible: listen properly. It's a huge disconnect. So, why does this happen all the time? I mean, in meetings, with our friends, even with family, it feels like we're constantly talking past each other. Let's dig in and figure out where the wires are getting crossed in this whole communication breakdown. Okay, check this out, because this is a wild paradox when you really think about it. We spend so much of our lives being taught how to write, how to give a presentation, how to speak persuasively. But when was the last time anyone ever taught you how to listen? I mean, a real class on it. Probably never, right? And yet, it's the thing we do more than anything else. It makes no sense. And this brings us to a really, really important distinction. This is one of those things that, once you get it, can totally change how you see every single conversation. We all tend to use the words listening and hearing like they're the same thing. But trust me, they are worlds apart. So let's get specific. What is listening really? Well, the official definition is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages. Now, pay attention to those two key words: receive and interpret. That's not passive stuff. That tells you right away that listening isn't just letting sound wash over you. It's active, it's work, it's a mental process. And here's where it all clicks into place. On one hand, you've got hearing. That's just a physical thing, right? Sound waves hit your eardrum, it's automatic, it's biological. Your dog hears a car door slam. But listening, oh, that's a whole different ballgame. That's a mental process. It's a choice you make to actually pay attention and figure out the meaning behind the sounds. So here's the big takeaway. Hearing happens to you. Listening is something you do. Okay, so if listening is this active thing that we do, then what does it actually involve? It's not just one single action. It's actually more like a six-step process, a journey, really. So let's break down what's happening in your brain step by step. All right, let's walk through this whole mental workout. First step, step one is hearing or sensing. That's just the physical part. Sound hits your ear. Simple. Then step two is understanding. Your brain starts to recognize the words and sentences. Okay, I know what those words are. Step three is interpreting. This is where you start to assign meaning to it all. Then you move to step four, evaluating, where you're analyzing it, judging it. Step five is responding, nodding, saying, uh-huh, or asking a question. And finally, the all-important step six, remembering, so the information actually sticks around for later. Now look at those 6 steps again, because out of all of them, there is one, just one, that is the most dangerous. It's the one step where a conversation can either create a real connection or just completely fall apart. And here it is. Step 3, interpreting. This right here is the absolute make or break moment in any communication. It explains why two people can hear the exact same sentence and walk away with two totally different ideas. You might say something you think is super clear, like, hey, we need to be more proactive on this project. One person hears that as an inspiring challenge, but someone else, they might hear it as, you're not working hard enough. See? Same words, totally different realities. This is where it all fractures. So why is this one step so treacherous? It's because every single one of us is listening through our own set of internal filters. Think of them like a pair of glasses that you can't take off. They're made up of your beliefs, your past experiences, your biases, both conscious and unconscious, what you expect to hear, and your deepest values. All of that stuff colors and changes the meaning of the words coming in. Okay, so knowing all this, knowing that listening is an active choice, that it's a whole process, and that it's full of these interpretation traps, what do we do about it? Well, we start by completely reframing how we think about it. Listening isn't passive, it's not weak or submissive, it is an active, powerful skill. In fact, it's your silent superpower. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it?
Speaking may get attention, but listening builds understanding. We have this idea that the loudest person in the room is the one with all the power, but that's not where the real magic happens. Real influence, real connection, that comes from the person who actually listens. Sure, speaking gets you noticed, but listening, that's what builds trust. That's what builds real understanding.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. The next time a conversation goes off the rails, or you feel totally misunderstood, I want you to resist that first impulse. Don't immediately ask, what could I have said differently? Instead, stop and ask yourself a different question. Did I listen properly? Because that simple shift, that's where communication stops just happening and starts actually succeeding.